Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I just wanted to come out and talk for a few minutes. Lots to talk about. I don't even know where to start. For those of you that don't know, my father passed away last Saturday, April 15th. And if you knew anything about my dad, he loved tax season. So the fact that he died on tax day, normally what would have been April 15th, at least in his era, it's just interesting. I actually laughed because that would be my dad. His little last word, last whatever. Haha, I died on tax day. You just have to know him. Anyway, so it has been a week full of emotions up and down. Today was the services in Kansas, and I did not go. And, there's a lot of judgment for the fact that I didn't go. And in my opinion, I don't have to tell anybody or explain it to anybody why I didn't go. If you know me, you know why I didn't go. And if you don't know me, I'll give you a little insight. But the most important thing is that I had made peace with my dad before he died. So to me, going into a family dynamic that has been nothing but just shit. It's been shit my entire life. To me, there was no point in showing up to basically walk into a den of wolves. I mean, really, to be honest, that's what it would have been. So they are all talking, I'm sure that there are plenty of things being said. But the thing is, I still have my peace. And I still have a connection with my dad that none of them can touch. So I don't have to explain it to anybody. I will say that a lot of people love my dad, and he loved his clients. The only thing that makes me kind of sad is that I think a lot of his clients probably don't know that he died, because if they weren't attached to me or some of the other family members, there would be no way for them to know. My dad could tell you everything about his clients, from the name of their spouses to their kids, where everybody worked, grandkids, great-grandkids, where they traveled for the summer. He loved his people. And that was what was so awesome about my dad. He just genuinely loved his clients. He loved taxes too. But guaranteed, you knew if you were going to see my dad for your taxes, you were probably going to get caught up talking to him for at least a couple hours because he could talk. That's where I get it from. Anyway, so reflecting on the day, just a lot of things going on in my mind. I don't know. So where to start? I remember when I was a little girl, and my parents split when I was, I want to say 3.5 or 4. And I remember the day my dad left. I see it vividly now as I sit here before you and talk to you about it. I remember him walking out the door. I remember the chair I was in. I remember the house. I remember it was Saturday morning cartoons. I remember he had a suitcase, and I watched him walk out the door. And my heart was broken. Now, as an adult, reflecting on that moment, I can tell you that obviously he wasn't leaving me. He was leaving my mom. But as a child, I thought he was leaving me. He was abandoning me. And so I carried that for many, many, many years. And then they got divorced and he remarried. And as a little girl, I just knew if his wife would love me, that he would love me too. So I fought that my entire life, clear into adulthood, clear into 30s, almost 40s probably. I just knew if his wife loved me, then he would love me. I didn't understand that it had nothing to do with her and what she thought of me, because we had our own connection and our own bond. And as a little girl, you don't know any different, right? You just assume that if dad's married and she becomes his whole world and her kids become his whole world, then You just don't matter anymore. So I say that to you to say that I've done a lot of work around this, a lot of healing around this, and I made the choice today to not go because of the family dynamics that I have fought all my life. I was never good enough. I was never thin enough. I was never pretty enough. I was just never enough to be approved by the family. And my dad could be very critical and very hurtful. We worked through it and we got past it. But the point is toxicity. Family toxicity is a real thing. And as somebody who comes from it for my whole life, I can tell you that I don't care if they're your family or not. I don't care if they're blood. Toxicity is toxicity. And if you have to stay away to keep your peace, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter the judgment. It doesn't matter the persecution. You have to keep the peace within yourself. So today, me staying away during my dad's celebration of life was for my own benefit, because the peace that I have gained through the last several years and all the work I've done in the healing, it wasn't worth being disrupted to go say goodbye to him, because I've already made peace and I've already said my goodbyes and I don't have to physically be there to say goodbye. You're welcome to believe what you want. You're welcome to judge me. You're welcome to think whatever you think. It doesn't matter, because I have peace within myself. Please know, nothing is worth disturbing your peace. And so I have created a YouTube channel. And my point of this channel is to honor my father, the healing that I have done around him, the healing I've done around my mother, and all of the traumas that I have faced through my life. We all have stuff we've gone through. And what better way to deal with it and heal than to talk about real life stuff. And right now, it couldn't be more real. He just died a week ago. So it's real life, and I'm in it right now. And there is a lot that goes around it, a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, a lot of just hard to explain things. But I am going to show up here and I'm going to share my journey. And once again, just like I've said before, my dad is the greatest love of my life. I will always love him like I've never loved anyone. He's also been the biggest heartbreak. And I think that the fact that I can say that with so much love and forgiveness, that's what counts. It doesn't excuse the way he was. It doesn't fix it all. But I have made peace with it. I have made peace with him. And that, to me, is the real healing journey. And I want to share that with you, among many other things. So we'll start with this for now, and then as the week goes on, I will come out here and share a few more stories. And if you have questions, feel free to ask. Whatever. I just want to help. I genuinely want to help people, because I know what I've been through, and losing a parent is very difficult. I don't care who you are. I don't care if they were the worst parent on earth or they treated you amazing. It is difficult, and there is a lot of emotions tied up in it. And one of the things that I know is this world needs healing around families, toxicity, and childhood trauma and abuse. And all I can do is be authentic and share my truth. And it's going to piss some people off. I don't care. I have to be me, and I have to show up for those that need it. So I hope you will come along the journey with me. Thank you.